Hello everyone. The ManoFarsi hashtag, which was the manifestation of the lived experiences of non-Persian ethnic groups about their struggle in speaking and learning the Persian language, was among the top trending hashtags in Iran. Today, we are honored to have Sevil Suleymani, an Azerbaijani Turk queer feminist activist who is one of the founders of this campaign that was formed by the members of the End of Monolingualism campaign. This trending hashtag now includes more than hundreds of tweets from different individuals about how they suffered from the monolingualism, linguistic, and ethnic discrimination in Iran. In this interview, we are going to listen to Sevil talking about the start, progress, and the current situation of this campaign. Instead of talking too much, I prefer to leave the floor to Sevil Suleymani and learn about this important event. Sevil, can you please give us a general information about the start of this campaign?
ManoFarsi, or Me and Farsi, was a hashtag that was proposed by campaign of End of Monolingualism in Iran, with the purpose of showing the discrimination for all the languages and minorities in Iran. The purpose of this campaign was asking all the minorities to write their experiences with discrimination and talk about their experiences with the monolingualism in Iran and how learning Persian for non-Persian children in school creates issue and sometimes give them pain because the system of Iran is not designed to teach language to other kids. So the suffering that this system brings to the non-Persian children and the discrimination because of the accent, because of the pronunciation for non-Persians is happening.
And also we want to know how did it go and what were the reactions among different groups of people. Can you briefly talk and inform us about the progress of this campaign and how well it was received by the people?
So the purpose of the campaign was to bring all of these narratives and show Iranians the experience of non-Persians. It becomes a very successful campaign, and a lot of Iranian media as well as a lot of Iranian state spokesmen responded to that. And this was very successful campaign for non-Persians in last maybe even I can say 50, 60 years. And for the first time, experiences of non-Persians were heard by Persians and non-Persians. The dialogue was created between the ethnic minorities as well. So it was narration that was written by minorities themselves. Minorities, they were writing their own experiences. They were the subject of their writings, and they were the one putting their experience, not as a victim, as a empowerment. So that was the main point of this campaign. And it was the first time we had a bunch of writings experiences from different groups, from different speakers of the languages, from minorities and different groups that in the same campaign were talking about their own experiences.
Thank you very much for this information. And although we discuss a lot about ethnic discrimination in our podcasts and we mention it a lot in our posts, but as we have the chance to talk with you, we also want to know your ideas about ethnic discrimination in Iran, its dimensions, specifically about linguistic discrimination. And can you also discuss this issue? How is it happening in Iran? What are the dimensions of ethnic discrimination and also linguistic discrimination in Iran, and what are your thoughts about?
Iran is a country that does not recognize the diversity. They don't appreciate the language that are spoken there. A lot of languages are dying because of the lack of the support, schools and written documents on the language. So The purpose of this campaign was to bring awareness to this discrimination and also the critical situation of all this language. It becomes successful because most of the minorities responded to that. They began writing and expressing their own experiences within this campaign. So Iran has a long history of the human rights violation in terms of the language and ethnic minority rights. And the purpose of this campaign was to bring awareness to these human rights violations.
Thank you. And I guess we all know that the month of October may be a special month for Persian people because the schools start in the October, but I guess for the non-Persian ethnic groups, the start of the school, the month of October, is the month of tragedy, mental pressure, psychological pressure, traumatic experiences, and so on. And we all know that in the first days of the school, we had the ability to speak. We were not mute, but we were kids without language. So I hope that these kind of movements, these kind of campaigns will open up new possibilities, will reform the situation for the future generations so that they can study, they can learn their own mother tongue, they can get rid of all these kind of discriminations and live in a more just society. Thank you very much for starting this campaign. Thank you very much for being with us today and for your valuable information.